everyone, this is Archive of 12, and today we've got a Rengoku rap called Over For You, and it's from Rustage featuring Johnald, who we heard with Hala CG, I think it was last week. So yeah, looking forward to hearing more of him. It seems like he's kind of become a bit of an up-and-comer here in the community, and I'm very grateful for that because he did a great job with Hala. I'm looking forward to hearing this. Still haven't seen Demon Slayer. I do know that, like, obviously there was a few months ago, there was some issues with Demon Slayer AMVs getting taken down, especially by from nerdcore artists because of the fact that they were using Mugen Train's stuff, and the studio didn't like that. So I'm hoping that this song is fantastic and it doesn't get taken down. And if it does, hopefully Rustage re-uploads it because it's Rustage. I mean, the man has 1.18 mil subscribers. So, you know, we're all eager and hungry to hear what he has to say. If you want to hear this without my commentary, because I probably will be pausing and talking over it, go support him in the link in the description below. Go subscribe to him and to Johnald. And yeah, while you're down there, if you don't mind doing the same for me, that helps me figure out whether or not you guys like what I'm doing. So without further ado, let's get to this, because there's a lot of nerdcore songs coming out this weekend, and I want to try and get to as many as possible before we hit like Tuesday when people stop watching. This is very interesting.
Flame breath, pause and afraid when you're facing death. Thoughts of your brain like a game of chess. Hold a course in my veins, I'd break a sweat. Say less, walk with your pain on the razor's edge. Won't ever change, so we raise our heads and we talk with the grave when we're laid to rest. Better take your seats and back down if you're not here to play with beasts. I stand proud so you know that you're safe with me. My bravery is forged for the blazing heat. The duty of the strongest to save the weak, and through me they are bonded. The flames that speaks and make a peace of drawn with my blade and sheath. I aim to please the best when I take the lead. I do not care about egos. I kill at murder, she wrote. I send him flying Heatho, cut through a body, heat stroke. I do it all like.
I don't get bars very quickly, but I like that murder she wrote bar. Okay, so I said this with the Zach B song that came right before this. This does not sound like something that Rustage would normally sing over. This doesn't have like really powerful bass. It doesn't have any of the normal nuances that you would hear in a beat that Rustage would normally use. And yet at the same time, it's working. Like the very simple guitar that Rustage is using in this beat. Did he produce this? Because this is definitely a different style than what he's used to doing. Oh yeah, he did do this. Okay. I like it. I like this style of music that Rustage has created for this. Like I said, it's different. It's unique. It doesn't hold a lot of the telltale characteristics that a Rustage beat would normally have, but I think that's a good thing. Not because I think it's repetitive when you hear that over and over again, but just because the variety is the spice of life, and it is always welcome to hear something new and interesting and unique from an artist that you love. So yeah, I love how low key the beat is. I love how like simple it is. And I feel like it genuinely, like, it lets Rustage and his wordplay stick out a little bit better. Maybe that's the reason why I caught that bar as easily as I did, because normally I don't catch those. I'm very curious to see what Johnald is going to do on this, though. Or I don't know how to pronounce your name. I'm sorry. Is it Johnald? Johnald? I'm going to keep saying Johnald because that sounds better to me. But if it's not that, please correct me in the comments. I'm very curious, however, to hear what he has to say and what is going to happen on this song.
Egos, I kill at murder, she wrote. I send him flying Heatho, cut through a body, heat stroke. I do it all like a cheat code. Set every goal and I meet those, and they won't know where my P goes. I put my heart into battle, the king of the jungle, I'm leaving them dethroned.
Even in my darkest hour,
I will still have a heart of gold, and don't you take me for a coward. I will stand strong till my soul goes cold, and you good enough to kill me like that. No, no, singing a demon in an first. No, no, no way to dead if I'm on attack. No, no, breathing a flame and getting my stance. That's how you know what's over for you. That's how you know what's over for you. So there's not just in your body. I was not built on a pots full of folly. Scorching my monks so they have not forgot me. The blade in itself like it's Joe Abercrombie. Paving my way for the path has been rocky. When I'm determined nobody can stop me. Pride in myself, I don't care if it's lonely, cause I'll be the brother they look to and copy. Burning heart, my life the survivor. Surging fast, the eyes of the tiger. Thermal blast inside of my fibers. Work of art, I write to light fires. Make a stand and fight when time's dire. Blade in hand, I straight like wires. Face the facts, the time to lie tired. Fade to black, I die but not quiet. The spark inside won't ever fade. I raise the sun like Ra. My passion permeates my fate, a blessing from the stars. I leave a legacy.
Sound like Raw, yeah.
I raise my sword so I can make him proud. I've done my part.
I like what Johnald is doing with his hook. But the only thing I'm like not liking about this so far is I like what Johnald is doing with the hook, except for the fact that I kind of wish it wasn't so quick. I kind of wish that to slow things down for Rustage's bits. Okay. Let's put it in this context. With the Zach B song, I mentioned that Zach, he typically has a very staccato way of rapping. He's very quick, very concise, to the point, doesn't linger very long on very many words, if at all. And that works for him. That's his trademark. One thing that helped break that up was having his feature slow things down a little bit. His feature, AP West, he did it a little bit more of a singing chorus rather than a rapping hook, and that helped keep the pace. The one thing that I would say I don't like about what's going on right now with Johnald's hook is that he's trying to keep pace with Rustage, which under normal circumstances works, but because of the way the song's instrumentation is structured, I kind of wish that Johnald had taken the approach that AP West did in the Zach B song and tried to be a variant, basically slow things down in between Rustage's verses, so that way you felt like you got a little bit of a chance to breathe. That's the only complaint, though. I'm not saying that it's bad. I'm just wishing that's how he approached it. Overall, though, the song so far has been fantastic. And I'm not discrediting it in any way, shape, or form. This is definitely a song that I'm going to enjoy listening to on Spotify continuously. That's just my personal preference. I kind of wish that Johnald had taken some time with the hook rather than try to keep up and keep the same energy that Rustage had. It's a little nitpick, but it's just something that I kind of wish I could have seen, because it worked well with Zach B, and I feel like with this type of instrumentation, it would have worked well here too.
Get to know our final resting place. I put my soul into protecting those with lesser fates. I'm working hard so that the sun can set on better days. I grip that.
Also, I understand we went back to Rustage's here, and I'm gonna rewind back to that. I did not like how long in the opposite section here. I did not like how long Johnald lingered on the ooh sound just now. That felt unnecessary to me. And I didn't like the variance. It just, I don't know, it didn't sound natural, I guess, is the best way to put it. Like the rest of the hook is fine. Aside from the fact that like I said, I wish it was a little bit of a slower hook. The rest of the hook was fine. Just didn't like the fact that he used so much time on that. Ooh, you know, that just, it just seemed unnecessary. You know what I mean?
To know our final resting place, I put my soul into protecting those with lesser fates. I'm working hard so that the sun can set on better days. I grip the hand already, I would never think to hesitate. I lit a candle in the dark so I could light the way. I bring a force with me that's greater than a tidal wave. Backing down is not an option when there's lives at stake. I set the world ablaze because I'm never gonna die in vain.
Darkest hour, have a still, have a heart of gold, and don't you take me for a coward.
This is what I wanted. What's here?
And you couldn't hope to kill me like that. No, no. Singing a demon in an verse. No, no. No way to sit dead if I wanna die. No, no. Breathing a fight and get on my stairs. That's how you know what's up for you. That's how you know what's up for you.
Yeah. That's my only critique, is that I wish that the ooh part had either been silent and you just heard the instrumentation, or that the wordplay was structured in a different way so that way he didn't have to like expand it for 5 seconds each time. Overall, however, fantastic song. Really enjoyed it. This is definitely one of the more critical reactions that I've had, but it's not bad. It's not in any way, shape, or form bad. Rustage, my man, that was fantastic. That was, you freaking killed it. I loved every single bit of your wordplay with all of what you did for each of your verses. Johnald, the only thing I had to say was I enjoyed your hook. I just wish it was a slower paced one to break up, you know, the pacing, and the oohs were a little unnecessary. But otherwise, like, fantastic job. Yeah, that's all I really got to say. I feel kind of bad being critical, but I mean, if I'm doing a reaction, I'm going to be honest. And I know that oftentimes, like, I am just super excited, but like this one, you know, if I found a few faults and had a few opinions, and that's what the reaction's for, is for me voicing the opinions. That's why you guys are watching it. Yeah. That's really it. I've got other reactions I've got to get to, but they're not coming out until probably Sunday or Monday. So stay tuned for those. And in the meantime, thank you for joining me. This is Archive of 12, and I shall see you in the next video.